I moved in there shortly after I turned 5 years old. We had moved back from Germany, and we lived in a 2-story apartment. And there was only 2, and there was a basement for the laundry. Previous owner of the apartment and the tenant that lived upstairs was the mother of a judge, and she had a heart attack and died in the apartment. Well, everything was fine when we moved in. Mm-hmm. There was no problems. But about the 3rd night in, we started to notice a weird ball knocking sound in the basement. Mm-hmm. Like things were falling, almost like the sound of Christmas bulbs breaking in the basement. And we didn't know why. That was just the first thing. My mom investigated, and so did I. I would go with her, as being only 5 years old. I was terrified to stay upstairs by myself. And every time we went down, there was no Christmas bulbs. Nothing was breaking. But the sound kept happening at the same time every day. It was around the time I'd have my lunch. I'd see now that was probably 1 o'clock in the afternoon. A few nights later, my dad, I heard him wake up in the middle of the night, and he made a loud noise and told my mom that we had an intruder. And he got up out of bed, and he had always kept a glass on his side of the bed. It was empty, so he picked it up and brought it out like he was going to hit somebody with it. There was no one there. And he said clearly, because I had woken up from the fright, that there was someone in the house. And this happened for about 3 nights until my dad finally started ignoring it and didn't do anything about it after that. But we all knew that the house was haunted. We all knew. That was when she came into our room, and she started to come into our room at night and stand over our beds. We could see the faint outline at first, until one night I looked down from my bed. I remember because I felt a cold breeze, and the windows were shut, and the air was off. And I got scared. And I slowly went over to the edge of my bed and looked down, and there was a woman standing over my sister, bent over looking at her face. And I didn't know who she was, and I screamed. And as soon as my mom came in, she was gone. I didn't know who she was. And for about the entirety of the time that we lived there, she decided she was bored and wanted to move. We had porcelain dolls in our room, and we had a porcelain clown that hung from the ceiling on a swing. And she would sit in there and move the porcelain clown back and forth on the swing over and over and over again all night long, and stand there in the corner and watch us all night. Then one night, the year before we moved out, she did one good thing for us. We had an actual intruder. Someone came into our house, and they didn't steal anything. And I swear to this day that the old woman was the one that protected us and kept the intruder from getting anything. And that was the last time I saw her, was about a year before we left. And then we moved out, and we moved out pretty quickly, just right down the street, in fact. So, yeah.
It's quite an experience.
Yeah, it was scary, but I don't think she meant us any harm.
I think the scariest portion would be sitting in a corner and pushing a porcelain clown.
Yep.
Back and forth. That would be the most terrifying experience for me.
I think my most terrifying experience was when I looked down from my bed to see an old woman bent over my sister. I thought that someone was in there to hurt her, and when she disappeared, I was afraid she was going to come for me the next night. And that I started to have a habit of putting my covers over my head after that and tucking my feet into the bed just in case. So.
Wow. I wouldn't say so much as a guardian angel, but more and less of a friendly, caring spirit. Someone that, you know, maybe would start to get to know you.
Yeah.
And then, if you're harmless or whatever, they would definitely, you know, protect whoever was there.
Oh yeah, I believe that she was there to protect after a while. I also believe she was bored. I mean, after you die, I don't think you get to sleep, so.
Yeah.
I still don't know what the whole issue was with Christmas ornaments in the basement.
Now, what that could be is residual.
Yeah.
It could be a past event that's just like a tape that rewinds over and fast forwards over and over again.
Yeah.
But I think this is pretty much it for this story.
Yeah.
And see you next time. Bye.
Please subscribe to the Punkcraft channel. Please hit that notification bell. And thank you for watching. Leave a comment. Bye.